We have this truth or dare game that Aurora got for Christmas for me. This as a stocking stuffer, and one of them was like, what was it? What's your best pickup line or something like that? I think it was best or worst.
What you got for us?
But then we got into an argument on who's a better flirt.
Probably Aurora.
Well, I said me.
Of course you did.
But both of our arguments was that we've always been told that, like, our whole lives that we have been flirty when we didn't mean to be, right? I just feel like if you were actually trying to flirt, and obviously I enjoy it because I like you, but like if you were actually trying to flirt with somebody, you would just say like, "Hey, pretzel shoes," and they'd be like, "Huh?" Whereas if I was flirting, I'd be like, "Nice titties."
Ew. Oh my God. Stop.
I'm gonna.
Ow! But I didn't say pretzel shoes. Hello and welcome back to the judgiest place on the internet. My name is Josh.
My name is Rick.
And my name is Christian.
And we are the
Judgies.
Judgies. What a good week, guys. Of course, my wonderfully talented, musically gifted girlfriend decided to sing a song in an Australian accent, fooling Americans into thinking that she was actually Australian.
Those fucking idiots.
We sent it to a podcast with comedians I've been following since like 2009, 8. And they played it, and we got a bunch of new listeners. So if you are from that, hi.
You did it.
You did it. You found us.
Thanks for listening.
Hope you stick around. We've already gotten a little bit of love from them.
Yes, we've got a new review, actually, which I will read.
We got 2 Instagram DMs as well. So we're pretty much famous now.
I would say yes. We are at least F-tier celebrity.
Really need those F-listers.
Yeah. That's right. Mine was
F-listers. F-listers are people who appear on fake like television programs inside of a Hallmark movie. Like when the main character of a Hallmark movie turns on the TV and there's a fake commercial on. That's us now.
Yeah. Next step, getting paid for that, baby.
All right. So we have this new review from a bunch of random letters and numbers. And they said, I randomly found this podcast and love it. They find interesting and absurd stories that aren't making the typical rounds on the podcast content circuit, and they riff about them in some of the most enjoyably hilarious ways. I love all of their personalities, and I have never felt so genuinely content while listening to a podcast.
Wow.
That's so nice.
That was written like it was one of our moms.
I was going to say, Mom, did you write a second review? What the fuck?
Either way, it was wonderful, and I loved it.
Thank you. And as that review kind of succinctly wrapped up or explained, that is what we do on this podcast. We find funny stories, primarily on Reddit, and read them and judge them. Most importantly, judge them. And some of those times, I do it. So, let's get into it. First up, starting out with a banger, as we always do. Actually, I would say on Christians we normally don't start off on a banger, but
what's like more than a banger? I would say, yeah, that's what my episodes
bangest.
Yeah, my episodes start with a bangest. You're right.
Today I fucked up 9 years ago and acquired a new, generally unacceptable fetish. Whoopsies. How did I do that? Let me tell you. This happened way back in university with my then ex, who was a conservative type of girl who wanted to save herself for marriage.
Ugh.
All right, where do you think this fetish is going? Real quick. Take a guess, Erica.
Are we thinking like feet stuff?
That's where my brain went. I think it's socks and sandals fetish.
Socks, it's like wearing mandals,
Yeah.
and that he gets off to that.
Yeah. Especially now you're saying she's a conservative girl. She can't get completely naked. So socks stay on. Also sandals stay on.
I'm saving myself for marriage, which of course means you can't see my big toe and my areola at the same time. Independently, yes. Same time now. Secretly, she was very adventurous in bed. So it's very stale today I fucked up, but one that I recall very fondly. Anyways, we would do almost everything else except actual penetration to skip the gray line. And at that time, ass eating was just becoming a thing. For the uninitiated, it involves putting your licking bits in close proximity of the area where the sun don't shine.
I don't feel like ass licking needed an explanation, but okay.
His explanation was more vague.
Yeah, right?
He used euphemisms to explain
He
ass
also
licking.
didn't even say like you don't even directly lick the ass. He said you put it around where the sun don't shine.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Wait.
After an inspirational TED talk about the joys of anal by a sexually liberated Japanese girl at a house party, I wanted to try it out, and to my surprise, my then girlfriend agreed. Whoop. We did.
Whoop.
Hey, babe, you want to try something new in bed?
Whoop.
There it is.
Instantly finished. We did some butt stuff before, but it was just a finger or two, and I was really excited about it. Cue showtime after she went in to clean herself, came out and got into doggy and presented herself. I didn't really know what to do, so I very gently gave the flower a gentle flick of the tongue.
True poet, this man.
Wrong move. People that are ticklish can perform remarkable feats while under tickle threat. In hindsight, very good. A firm and assertive opening move could have changed the course of history. I got a fart blast directly onto my tongue and a horse kick onto my balls at a very serious velocity, then another onto my stomach as I just began to double over in pain as she scrambled desperately away from the source, hitting her head on the bedpost.
Oh, this is chaos.
So now we have 3 options. Unfortunately, Mandels didn't make the list. What do you guys think it was? Do you think it was the fart blast, the ball kick, or physically hurting their partner during sex?
Oh man, yeah, that last sentence really opened up a lot of avenues here.
I'm gonna go with fart blast.
I was thinking ball kick.
I slowly recovered from my pain to see her almost in tears, mortified at the outcome of events. I smiled through the pain, and as I came to my sentence, I began to realize my horror that the fart excited me.
Oh, hell yeah, I was right.
TLDR, acquired fart fetish from trying to eat ass wrongly.
Oh my goodness.
What a strange, I guess ultimately a good thing, right?
Yeah, I guess
That
yeah,
he
it's
was
like,
able to discover that about himself. I wouldn't say, I don't know, man. I just
Hey, we don't kink shame on this pod, but
we do judge. We do kink judge.
we do kink judge. It's not something that I think I would be into.
Well, hang on. We just talked a couple episodes ago about you farting for Christian.
Oh, I'll
not
absolutely.
in my mouth.
I'll do whatever he wants me to do.
Barf. In my eye, I said.
But like,
Pink eye, babe. Pink eye.
I know that someone farting in my mouth would not do it for me.
No.
No.
I don't think so.
No. But if you need me to fart in your mouth, I'll do that.
What if it was like Ryan Gosling?
No.
Oh, I would let him fart in my mouth.
Absolutely not.
It probably tastes like cologne almost.
Is he
like,
gonna give me $1 million?
It's like
It's gonna taste the way cologne smells. It's not gonna taste like when you accidentally get cologne in your mouth.
Ryan Gosling's form of goop is instead of a pussy-scented candle, it's his fart cologne. This smells like my fart.
My brain first went to like, I feel like that's like there's a lot of time that goes into that fetish because it's like, I don't want a nasty fart in my mouth, right? You want like a pleasant fart. So that means you really have to like restrict your diet to make sure you're having consistent farts.
Yeah.
I have some nasty farts every once in a while. I don't want to catch one of those rancid farts.
A fluff? What do you mean? Is that a fart term?
Yeah. You've never heard that? Girls don't fart, we fluff.
No, I don't think I've ever heard that
either.
It's the same thing like girls don't sweat, we glisten.
Huh. I've never heard either of those.
Yeah.
Very good. Girls fluff and glisten.
Uh-huh.
Now, why don't they shush up and listen?
Boo. I
No,
fucking
Josh
hate
is
you.
speaking the truth right now. But honestly, like,
Listen, I would
babe,
be,
if you want to fluff in my mouth,
I would be much more partial to someone fluffing in my mouth.
yeah, I quickly came around to this. I think I could get off to getting fluffed in my mouth.
No, I don't think you would.
Like,
Mostly because I can't
you
fluff.
just-
It's full on old man farts over here.
just a glistening fluff right in my face would be pretty ideal.
Glistening fluff. A post-workout fart for this guy. Right in my eye. Yeah, again, not kink shaming, but this dude shouldn't be doing that, right? Like, I'm totally on board with you, Christian. Like, anything with, like, any scat fetish, I'd imagine, you can't go to Taco Bell that day.
Yeah, you really got to be consistent on what you eat.
I mean,
you gotta have a
any
high
kind of
fiber.
butt play, you gotta, control what you're eating that day, clean up. Butt stuff can be dangerous.
I guess you don't have to.
Sanitarily dangerous.
But, like, if you're into it being dangerous.
I mean, that could bring a whole nother level to it.
My middle name is Danger. And it's mainly about the sexual acts that I perform. Unsanitarily, of course.
Babe, get the knives quick.
I'm
The
just
poop
saying.
knives?
The poop knife. Yes, the legendary Reddit poop knife. No, I was thinking along the lines of like actual danger, like,
Oh, like juggling knives?
ooh, babe, throw that knife at me.
Oh
Ti-
my god.
Tied up to a board rotating?
Yeah. Every 5 revolutions, please fluff in my mouth and then start throwing knives at me.
Good lord.
That'd be
Leave the sandals on.
one of the more
And the
popular
socks.
like growing first date ideas is axe throwing. So I guess that'd be like a good like third date is knife throwing and farting in my mouth, please.
Please.
If you have a fart fetish, you think you could just hang out in like an elevator and just like wait for one to come around?
Yeah, right? It's got to be.
Like you just
Do you get random boners when you're in the elevator? It's like, oh, fuck. Somebody floofed in here.
Floofed.
wait, someone hit floor 3? Wait, that was my donger.
I just want you to know that a floof is a dog butt. And a
Farting
fluff.
or just in general?
No, just in general. A floof is a
Okay.
dog butt.
Okay.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
This
Dogs don't sweat.
this sounds as made up as any fact Josh throws at me.
Girls don't sweat, they glisten. Dogs don't sweat, they pant.
I mean, that is true. That is true.
All right, well, keeping on that theme, because of course we are. The next story. Today I fucked up by loosing my bowels in the parking lot storm drain of my local supermarket.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
Not safe for work, she said.
Respect
our
shitting in
podcast
the storm
ever.
drain. All right.
What'd you
She
say?
could have shat anywhere in that parking lot. She chose a storm drain.
Yeah, it's very mindful of her. She could have fluffed anywhere. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing and literally happened about 30 minutes ago. So I have bowel issues, clearly, and I range between super constipation or the exact opposite.
Huh, I know that life.
I'm 39 female and was having the plugged up issue for the last couple of days, and tonight got to the point where something had to be done. I had the urge but was way too backed up. So I decided to drive the 2 miles to the 24/7 grocery store to get some suppositories or Miralax or anything. This is all happening at 3 a.m., so I'm like, okay, not many people will be there, and I can run in and out and be back home in 5 minutes and get some sweet relief. As I'm driving, I suddenly feel like my ass is going to give birth. I'm really close to the store, and I'm like, fuck, I cannot make it home. So I plan in my head how I'll get in the store and run to the bathroom. However, the bathroom is in all the way the back of the store, and it's a pretty big store. At this point, my brown baby is crowning, and I'm in tears
my
because I know
God.
as soon as I stand up, I will loose it all. I don't like that they say loose.
Does she mean lose? Like I'll lose it all? But she
No,
just
like-
typed it wrong?
She'll let loose, dog. It's like
I
when
guess.
you loose an arrow.
Loose just, in my mind, is I'm picturing like a
loose butthole?
just like opening and like
Just
depositing.
the floodgates opening.
Yeah. And then just like, okay, go back to normal now. I know as soon as I stand up, I will loose it all, literally, and I don't want to shit myself in my car. God, that would never smell right again. Anyways, at this point, I am sweating, crying, panting, doing the fucking labor breathing exercises, knowing it's about to happen, and I'm speeding through the parking lot, planning to just pull behind the store and go in some bushes. But lo and behold, all of the delivery trucks are there delivering their bread and God knows what else. Now I'm really panicking and figuring at this point, I don't care if someone sees me because all I can think is getting this creature out of my body. I fly past the trucks and to the side of the store. This area is pretty desolate, at least I hope. I jump out of the car, rip my pants down, and squat over the grated storm drain, and I kid you not, instantly I let loose and had the biggest, hugest shit in all of my 39 years. At this point, I didn't care if anyone did see because I was feeling so relieved. I finish in like 20 seconds. Flex. And go to stand up, but I realize I have no tissue or wet wipe, so I have to pull my pants up and drive home sitting sideways so my poopy pants don't touch my seat.
This person is very mindful. Every step she's been mindful.
This is like a Nobel Peace Prizing like scientist. It's a very astute, like brilliant woman that is just plagued by shitting. Like she clearly is like, I've got plans. I'm gonna follow the plans.
Yeah, she had a protocol
and
set
wrenches,
up.
just wrench after wrench. First it was she has to shit now. Then it was trucks delivering bread at 3 a.m. for some fucking reason. Then
yeah.
But before I leave, I look at the storm drain, thanking it for saving my life, and realize that the shit didn't even go down.
Oh no.
It was semi-hard and tall as hell.
Big pile.
This shit stood 3 feet.
Describing poop as tall is funny. It wasn't very thick, but it was tall. It was a corn dog of a poop.
Oh, Jesus.
It was on the one day of the year where you can balance an egg. So as she shit, she just stood up in a straight line. So okay. It was at least 4 days worth and freaking at least 5 pounds. And then exclamation point, hyphen, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Not sure what that means. I saved a few dollars because I didn't need the meds anymore, so I guess that's the upside. Came home and jumped in the shower and had to share here because, well, I really fucked up today.
Oh, yeah.
Edit, losing, spelling. Sorry to the spelling police. I wrote this shit at 4 a.m. and was tired and traumatized, so please forgive my fuck up. That is all. Good. I'm glad she addressed the most offensive part of the post.
So I was right, though?
What's that?
She meant lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so fucking
You're
smart.
always right, Erica.
That's right.
Girls are never wrong. They glisten.
Have you guys ever... I mean, I feel like it's been a long time since we've had poop talk, guys.
You're welcome,
And
guys.
you guys aren't very heavy shitters like me.
I beg to differ. You have
What
little
a-
baby poops,
What?
and
Well,
I save mine for like a week or two at a time.
I don't mean the
and
fact
then I
that
give
I don't
birth.
mean the like. I mean I
You're
just
frequent.
shit. I shit like 4 or 5 times a day.
Yeah, the frequency with
Drives me
which you shit
insane.
is unparalleled.
And like first thing I realized that she said it was very impressive. Super constipated, was having his contraction feelings, and then still had a solid poop. That's crazy. Anytime. Have you guys had these contraction feelings when
Yes.
you have to shit and you're just like, oh god, I call them surges, and it's like, oh fuck, I gotta stop everything, and I
Wait
just
for it
gotta
to
meditate.
pass.
I just gotta meditate for a second. I might shit myself if I move. Anytime that happens to me, it's gonna be a bad shit. It's not gonna be a solid one. I can guarantee you right there.
Every time he's having these feelings when we're almost home and we're in the car, I try to sneak over and turn his seat warmer on to really relax the sphincter.
Yeah, it
Really-
relaxes my butt.
Really loose those bowels.
Dude, it's
Oh, it makes me laugh
It's in
every
her car every
time.
She's like, this will be so funny if you shit in the car. It's like, it's your fucking car. You drive it every day.
Yeah, I would be very upset if he actually did shit, but I would never, ever let it go. Like, oh god, that'd be so funny.
Think about it. That'd be good podcast
I was
content.
going to say, I would have to quit the podcast before we could talk about it.
It's so funny. And
Yeah.
honestly, it might be worth it for me. Like, I will gladly have my car detailed the next day.
This
It'll
lady's
be all
right, though.
right.
You're not gonna get the smell out. It's gonna be
You guys heard, we talked about the cat story.
months before you get the smell of shit out of that car.
No, we talked about the cat shit story, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was out. We're fine.
Yeah, that was on your
But-
like weatherproof floors and stuff.
You
It was
s-
on my car seat.
You still know it happened though, and that's just bad.
Well, we'll trade the car in then.
Yeah.
We'll get a new car.
It's gonna be
Show
on
me
your
the
Carfax.
Carfax.
It's definitely gonna be on the Carfax. No accidents, but there was an
Big
accident.
accident. Major accident in this
We
car.
have bumper to bumper coverage, not a dumper
Dumper
to
to
dumper.
dumper.
Oh, I was gonna say something. What
I
was
feel
it?
like I should boo that, but I kind of enjoyed that one.
Erica, New Year's resolution: no booing the jokes.
I'm
No,
deciding
I
it
can't
for
commit to
you. You
that.
can't boo me anymore.
I can't commit to that.
My New Year's resolution is that I don't get booed on the podcast, but the only way I can control that is by making you not boo me. The quality of my jokes will never change.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel for this lady. Also, what sadistic fuck decided, you got a blockage in your ass? The only way to fucking fix it is by shoving a
Shoving-
pill up there.
Yeah,
It's
I
like-
don't know.
There's got to be a better method than a suppository.
I guess I also just like, how does a suppository work?
It's the same way it just gets absorbed faster.
Through your butt? It's just it's like just a straight up pill that breaks down in your butt.
It
and makes
melts,
you-
yeah. It's like a Tylenol gel cap, but for your ass.
Huh.
So it like melts and congeals, and then
And then you just fucking
it heals. And then
I
you
don't
shit.
think
It's
it
like
heals
Drano
it.
for your butt.
Drano.
Okay.
You have to pour it in there and then wait 30 minutes and then rinse it out with
No,
hot
hot
water.
water.
But it's like, how am I going to get hot water immediately? I need to warm up the pipes. How am I supposed to get hot water in the sink? I go to another sink and get hot water? What do I look like? A fucking water carrier? All right, that's my mini rant on Drano.
That's... We're coming for you, Drano.
Big Drano, you're
Better
getting
fucking watch your
canceled.
back.
All right, one last one before the break here. Another today I fucked up. Not about shit. Today I fucked up a kiss. Arguably the opposite of shit.
Well, it depends. Are you kissing buttholes?
Fair point. Very gently to make them fart. So, hang on. Back to that story. You don't just accidentally fart that often. She knew she had a fart probably and was like, I'll hang on to this one. If she knew they
I'll
were going to...
sneak it out. I'll sneak it out when he's not paying attention.
All right. So last night, I went on my first Tinder date since getting my dentures. I'm not an old man yet, but I did lose my front teeth in a bike accident 3 months ago. I was very self-conscious about my dentures at first, but I've had time to get used to them. For the record, where I live, the number of COVID cases aren't that high, so I didn't really feel like I was being too irresponsible by going on a date.
We'll
Speaking
be
of...
the judge of that.
Yes.
Give me his name and location. We'll look it up and we'll be the
ASL,
judge.
please. Speaking of which, I was really feeling this girl, and it seemed like she was feeling me too. We ended up in my car vibing to Post Malone, when one thing led... Definitely not an old man, if you're vibing to Post Malone. Vibing to Post Malone, when one thing led to another, and we started kissing. It was all sexy and shit, until my... Oh, shit.
There we go.
There it is.
Bringing it around.
Until my dentures detached and my date's tongue went into my gap.
Oh, that's so fucking hot.
Put your
We found a
tongue
new kink.
Yeah, there's another post today I fucked up by discovering my weird fetish.
Put your tongue in my gap, babe.
The opposite of tryptophilia. At the same time, my dentures slid to the back of my throat, making me gag and spit it out on my hand. My date pulled back and stared at my mouth, not with lust, but with, oh my god, ew.
I mean, yeah, if she's not expecting your fucking teeth to fall out in her mouth, then
Yes.
I would also be horrified by that.
That's
Yeah,
pretty, it's
You
a
don't
pretty
have-
intense scene.
you don't have to specify not with lust. We understood the context of the
Oh, for sure.
situation. I awkwardly put my dentures back in place and apologized. My date never noticed my front teeth were fake until that moment. If that wasn't awkward enough, I joked and said, "Did you know in some cultures people remove their front teeth to provide better blowjobs?"
Jesus.
This dude,
That's the wrong
this dude
time to
fucking
say
rocks.
that.
This dude's smart and rocks.
She nodded at me like she didn't know whether to laugh or leave. She knew.
Both. She needs to do both. Laugh in that man's face and fucking walk out.
She ended up leaving soon after that. Needless to say, we didn't kiss again.
Oh man,
I feel bad for him. That
This
sucks.
dude's down bad.
this dude's down real bad. Oh man, can you imagine the horror of having someone's teeth fall into your mouth while
No.
you're kissing?
That would be utterly terrifying.
You know, when you're like, that is like, obviously, like teeth dreams are pretty common, right? Like teeth
Yeah.
nightmares.
What?
You've never had a dream of like teeth falling out?
No.
Oh, it's like a really common manifestation of stress in your brain when
Huh.
you dream. But just thinking back when you're a kid and like you lose a tooth and it's like in your mouth and you have like this hard thing swinging around in there, like that really bothers me. So I couldn't imagine kissing on some fool. And then although I guess it wouldn't be like two loose teeth, it'd be attached to a wire, right?
I don't know.
Like if it's a denture, I think when they do like single or like a few teeth replacements, you get like pretty much a retainer.
I was gonna say it
that
looks like a
clicks
retainer.
in.
Yeah.
But still,
Yeah, I don't like that.
I think it's really cool that like after his teeth fell out, he had the confidence to say with his lispy mouth missing his front teeth, like, actually, some cultures give blowjobs without. He's got that retainer talk. It's like, what? What are you saying?
you see what he didn't mention was his date was 72.
I'm not an old guy yet, but
Like our
But this
dentures,
broad.
our dentures got like mixed up and the wires got crossed and we couldn't get them out together and it was a whole mess.
one of my grandma's best friends when I was little, she had dentures and she used to chase me around the house and pop them out at me. And
Like
it's-
Alien? Like she'd like shoot.
yes,
Oh, that's terrifying.
it was horrible. I didn't understand the concept of dentures, so I thought that she just like had this weird superpower that she could just fucking pop her teeth out.
Stendo teeth at you.
What a sentence. I didn't understand the concept of dentures.
I was like
No,
5.
no. That makes sense. It's just a funny phrase. That's not a phrase you would ever think you would hear. Teeth are gross in general, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
don't-
like mouths and teeth.
I don't like
think.
teeth, nails, or eyeballs. I can handle. You can show me broken bones and bloody assholes all day long. That's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can-
that's fine.
Can you actually look at this for me real
Yes,
quick?
I will absolutely look at whatever you need me to look at, unless it's your teeth, your eyeball, or your fingernails.
Fingernails are pretty gross.
I don't like that shit. Don't like it.
Eyeballs, huh?
I don't like. Have you ever seen like an eyeball surgery or like an eye injury?
Yeah, I guess that's pretty bad.
Ugh.
I saw an eye injury firsthand.
Like you had one?
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
Yeah, I was playing with, like those koosh balls.
No. What?
They're like I think they're banned in the U.S. now, but they're like those balls that had like the rubber strings all over them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Me and my brother had those, and we were tearing off the strings and shooting them at each other.
As little boys do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was like, I'm gonna shoot this one left-handed, so I lined it up, and then let go of the wrong hand, and it went
Uh-huh.
straight back into my eye and blew off chunks of my eye. And
What the fuck?
What?
like not like permanent, not like serious damage, but like parts of my
Well, there's
I
my
don't know-
baby eye.
I
So
don't- my adult eye grew in, as one does.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
They just fall out, and you're like, I'm blind for 2 weeks until my adult eyes come in. Just like, tie a string around it and close the door. It's like, I gotta get this out, man.
Oh God.
But no, I just had like I don't know the anatomy of an eye, but like the outer layer that's just like the protective like congealed mass.
Ugh.
Part of it like chunked off and then is still in my eye and it floats around. But I had like
Oh God, I'm gonna puke.
So you just have like a little buddy you see every once in a while. It's like, oh,
Ugh.
yeah, I've got like 3 of them.
Oh, that's so fucking gross.
But I had a popped blood vessel too, probably multiple. But you just see like it happened, and I just saw orange,
Huh.
and I was like, huh. And when I closed my eyes, I was like, I guess orange is the new black.
Shut the fuck up.
Because of
Oh
course,
my God.
I was in 6th grade, and I knew that reference was gonna come available at some point.
I should have wrote that down somewhere. Oh, why didn't I?
It's about female prisons, I think. But no, and then, I was at school and just had an orange eye for 2 weeks because you can't do anything about it. I went to a few specialists to look at it, and they were just like, yeah,
They
just
pretty
don't
much
do
said,
that again, dumbass.
You're fucked. Sorry, bud.
What's really funny is I forget about it all the time that it happened. And just
Gave you a concussion, too?
No, but I was just at the eye doctor. I think it was the last checkup I had, so last year. And I was a new optometrist or ophthalmologist, whichever one does the the vision test stuff. I was there, and
that would be an optometrist. An ophthalmologist is a medical doctor that went to medical school and specializes in eye surgeries.
Okay. So I was doing that, and it was a new one. I had never had her before. Way better than the old one. And she's like, have you ever had any like trauma in your eye? Like your left eye specifically? And I was like, no. And she's like, oh, well, you've got like early signs of like glaucoma. It normally comes from like an injury of some sort. And I'm like, or trauma. And I was like, no, I don't think so. And then like 20 minutes later, I'm just like, oh, wait, yeah, I fucked my eye when I was in 6th grade. And she's like, yeah, that'll do it. And I was like, huh, forgot about that.
Yeah, luckily no eye injuries for me. That shit's nasty. I've had lots of stitches. I can handle blood and guts and gore and smelly shit, but I can't do eyeballs, teeth, and fingernails. It just really grosses me out. Yeah.
Adult baby eyes is really funny.
It's very funny.
Thanks, guys.
How do you think you get the doll eyes that close when you
Oh my god.
they pop out the baby eyes and right into those dolls?
Gross.
All right, well, let's hit a quick break, and we'll come back with a nice little Circle Jurdge where I'm gonna fucking roast Christian.
Uh-oh.
I love it.
Bye.
Bye bye.
And welcome back to the break. Of course, after our break, normally we go into a Circle Jurdge, which is just a nice little area where we get to judge each other around in this circle. I'm starting off hot. I'm heated. Now, of course, infamously, one might say, last episode, we ate hot peppers. And what was the reason, Christian?
Uh-oh. Josh did a little bit of research, I think. It was International Pepper Day.
Okay, so you called it on the podcast National Pepper Day.
Yeah,
I titled the podcast episode, because I edited that one, International Pepper Day. That was just a typo. So I was like, fuck, I fucked it up. I go to Google, and I'm like, when is International Pepper Day? What's going on?
Guess who didn't read far enough?
So if you Google National Pepper Day, December 9th, 29th comes up. However, if you read 3 words in, it's National Pepper Pot Day, which is a dish, much like a soup or a stew, I believe, with peppers that's hot. Not Pepper Day.
I only read 2 words. I read National Pepper, and I was like, that's good enough.
Good. You took the odds that 3rd word was anything other than day. So, I looked up, when is International Pepper Day? Folks, there is no International Pepper Day. There's an International Hot and Spicy Food Day on January 16th. So I petition to the crowd, may it be to Justice Richard over here.
Yes.
I say Christian eats 2 habaneros on January 16th, and I eat 0 habaneros.
That's going to be like 12 cents, dude. Can we afford that? Is that in the budget for this year?
Guys, we'll put up the Judgies Venmo account, please. PayPal us Venmo. No, I just thought that was really funny that we fucking ate habaneros for literally no reason. And that was the New Year's episode. We could have done New Year's things, but instead we ate fucking hot peppers.
Yeah, well, I saw it was titled International Pepper Day. I was like, oh, fuck, did I say that the whole time? I meant National Pepper Day. And then I typed it in, and I was like, that's not the right day. And then I was like, where did I find this? So I just like typed in like days, December 29th, and then
It just showed you a calendar.
it was some website that had all the like national
yeah.
days, and I was just like, Pepper Pot Day, huh? Well, hopefully nobody does any research into this.
Now, of course, in this room, 2 out of the 2 people who heard the episode thought, wait, they're saying national, but it's called international. So there is a chance there was more than at least one listener who searched it as well.
Oh, God, this is going to be terrible for my image.
So again, the last 2 weeks, I, penned a goddamn poem and became a poet of myself, making a funny little interactive Judgies themed Christmas thing. And Christian incorrectly labeled a Pepper Day.
Hey, man. Sometimes we miss. Sometimes we think we're doing good.
This dude is down bad over here.
We think we're doing something good, and then we go, oh, maybe I should read more than a glance.
Look, Christian will give you a pass. We know you don't read good.
Yeah. New listeners, Christian don't read good.
Christian don't read good. All right. That's enough roasting for one day. Well, roasting of Christian. We can get into some New Year's resolutions. Of course, this is New Year's Day we're recording it. Little hungover from the eve. At least me is.
Yeah, no, I am too.
We decided to do a power hour with champagne.
Yeah, some genius thought this would be a great idea.
It was. It was fun.
It was a fun time.
It's
yeah.
better than eating a habanero for no fucking reason.
It was.
I thought the
Pepper
roast
pot
was
day.
over.
That was independent. That was just like a euphemism. Like,
Sure.
it's better than like a stick in the eye or whatever. But
I don't
A
like
koosh
that.
ball.
I don't like that. It's better than a koosh ball to the Oculus. What do you guys got? New Year's resolution.
Ricky, how about you start? Let's hear what your resolution is.
Well, since we've got this brand new kitchen, I think my resolution is going to be to cook more at home instead of eating out so much.
Do you have any staples that like you want to cook, or like do you have any like favorite meals you've cooked that you want to try first, or you trying to explore?
I'll definitely be interested to explore more and get like more adventurous in the kitchen. But I haven't got that far yet because we've had so many like leftovers from Christmas and whatnot. So far we've made grilled cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And
What kind of cheese do you guys use?
for grilled, just American.
Like a Kraft single?
Yeah. Except for the Aldi brand because we're cheap.
I personally will say that I prefer a slice of Velveeta
Ugh, no.
on my
Not a
grilled
fan of
cheese.
Not a fan of Velveeta.
When it's melted, it's good.
Not a fan of Velveeta. We'll continue to eat chili con queso literally every time it's made.
It's just like 4 pounds of Velveeta.
It's just a brick of Velveeta and beans.
All right.
Okay, but that shit slaps, and grilled cheese, it doesn't slap.
All right.
Fair.
You got a point.
What else have we made? Pasta one time, and then pancakes.
If you follow like r/cooking or anything like that, a lot of people go in there and ask like, what's like a cheap, easy dish that I can make that is good to like impress a first date? It's like an easy enough dish for like an amateur to cook that looks impressive, and they always say like either a bolognese or like an Alfredo.
A bolognese.
Bolognese.
No, you take bologna and you slap them on the old joints between your shin and your thigh, and you say,
Sure.
"Eat this, please." These bolognese. How did you pronounce it?
Bolognese.
Sure, bolognese, or hollandaise. But no,
sauce or otherwise.
like like Alfredo, and of course Christian love him some chicken Alfredo,
We
Yeah.
should try making
or like
that.
a
That'd be
pesto
good.
sauce. Like those are also pretty easy to make.
God, I'm so picky though. Pesto looks really icky.
Yeah, it does. But not if you slap it on these joints over here. What do you got, Christian? What's your New Year's rezo?
Yeah, so I've been thinking this year, I think I want to get a little taller. I think I'm going to try to get to be like, I don't know, 6'10"? What do you guys think?
That's too tall.
Is that too tall? Am I reaching
Yeah.
to 6'7"?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to try to get just a little bit taller. I'm going to try to either become like a professional swimmer, maybe like a dunk competition star.
In the pool? Like a swimming pool dunk competition?
No, I meant like basketball dunk competition.
But then also a swimmer.
yeah, because I think
David
like,
or...
I think like professional swimmers are normally tall, right? They're like
Do you mean David Schwimmer?
Huh?
Okay.
pivot. Is that his? Does he say that in
Yeah.
Friends? That's very funny, Christian. Thank you guys. I also think I might try to get funnier this year.
I think you stole Josh's resolution, so
No.
you might need to take it back.
Wrong.
I refuse. Josh doesn't need to get taller. He's gonna lose his title of short king if he gets any taller.
So are you saying? Fuck off? First of all. My girlfriend is much shorter than me.
If that's what helps you sleep at night.
It doesn't. I hate sharing a bed. It bothers me a lot. So are you saying like your plan is to start swimming and that will make you taller, and start dunking and that'll make you taller? Or are you gonna get taller and then become a dunker? Like, what's your plan?
I'm gonna
to
get taller first, and then I'm gonna become.
So what's like your number one? Like just stretch every day.
I'm thinking like eat my vegetables and like probably like vitamin D fortified milk.
So now that would have worked if you were like 6.
Well, like 6 foot though, right? Because I'm trying to get to like 6'7". Right now I'm like 6'2".
Right. So like the thing is, what's sad to me is that not only is your body done developing, but also you're past 25, which means your brain is too, and this is your cognitive level, which is really bad.
Oof. Got you there, bud.
Actually, I couldn't hear you. I'm all the way up here. I'm like at least 1.5 foot higher than you.
Your sound
right
waves aren't reaching. I'm literally growing as we speak. I'm shrinking. You're stealing my height. Your Monstars, a la Monstars sucking the inches off of me. Hang on.
No, baby, I'm sucking the inches right off of you.
All right.
There it is.
My New Year's kiss.
Freudian slip.
My New Year's resolution, of course, being first goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody. But no, I think my New Year's reso is definitely to like learn how to video edit.
Are we really going with reso? That's what you're gonna call it?
I'm trying to come off as Australian as much as I can.
All right. Well, I don't like it, so.
My New Year's resolution
Thank you.
is to be able to shorten words in front of Erica and her enjoy it.
Not off to a great start.
Hey, that's why I got 364 more days, baby.
Oh boy.
But no, I think I want to expand my knowledge on that stoof. And who knows what happens. I would like to become famous, I think. I think that'd be good for me, and I kind of deserve it.
I think like my mental health state would benefit from me being famous.
Right, yeah. So guys, it's actually like, imagine like thinking of it as like a charity, and like you're helping like someone get better by making me a famous man.
Yeah. Because
right now I'm sad, and the only way to be not sad for me, I think, is to be big.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah. So like, yeah, there's 2 options here. Either I don't get famous, or I get famous as shit.
Whoop.
Whoop. Whoop. There it is.
Well, now I feel like I need to have like a real, like real reso.
Ew, I don't like it.
I think I'm gonna learn how to read this year. I think I'm gonna.
Podcast is great practice.
Does anybody have like a 7th grade reading tutor that would be willing to help me learn just at least a high school reading level? It would be really beneficial to the podcast.
That's important with goals, to set like small incremental goals. That way you don't like set them too high and get upset when you don't reach it. So it's good to set it at 7th grade first, and then high school.
I figure I'm at about a 6th grade reading level right now.
I'll tell you what, Christian.
Commas fuck me up, guys.
If you're able to achieve reading at a 7th grade level, I will buy you a personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut.
Oh, fuck.
I've heard that works.
Hey.
All right, let's get into one last story here from a new ring the bell, ding, 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 new subreddit alert.
Ooh.
r/legal advice.
Wow.
Now, most of these stories they don't suck, but they're not funny. Like, it'll
Sad
be
and
like,
depressing.
Hey, my ex-wife is taking the kids because I said the word heroin once, even though I make a 6-figure salary and my wife is half that. I don't know. There's a real depressing shit.
Yeah.
This is in Oregon. I accidentally created an army of crow bodyguards.
Oh,
am I liable if my murder attempts murder?
That's
my
freaking
goodness.
badass, dude.
How do you accidentally? Whoops.
Oops. I keep giving them shiny things and they keep following me around.
I know crows aren't ravens, but we were at the zoo and they had ravens there. Them
Terrifying?
shits is huge.
I mean, crows are also very huge.
Crows are also huge, but like the raven is like a legit 2-foot big bird.
Yeah.
And they're not yellow.
Well, me and Erica have a saying when it comes to birds. You want to hit him with it, Ricky?
Yeah. Fuck birds.
Fuck birds.
We don't like birds.
That's what all of our UK listeners say as well. They like fucking birds. That's
Fit
of course
birds.
slang for a
God.
whammon.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh my god, people.
To make a
Europe
long
are-
story short,
Okay.
to make a long story, Josh, I'm a late 20-something living in Portland, Oregon. I had a pretty intense emo/goth phase as a tween that I thought I had grown out of. Is that pertinent information for legal advice? Like, this is written like it's on, like, Am I the Asshole or Today I Fucked Up?
I love that this is how it got him into crows. It's like, I was kind of a goth, so I'm like super into crows, actually.
I like read Edgar Allan Poe, and I thought, like, that's
Quoth the
that shit
Raven.
cool. Yeah. A couple months ago, I was...
God damn it.
It says ago, but I had to. I was watching a nature program on our local station about crows. The program mentioned
I'm gonna kill you.
that if you feed and befriend them, crows will bring you small gifts. My emo phase came back full force, and I figured that I was furloughed and I figured that since I was furloughed and had lots of time, so why not make some crow friends? My plan worked a little too well, and the resident 5 crows in my neighborhood have turned into an army, 15 strong. At first, my neighbors didn't mind and enjoyed it. They're mostly elderly and were in a birdwatching club anyway. They thought the fact that I had crows following me around whenever I go outside was funny. Lately, the crows have started defending me. My neighbor came over for a socially distanced chat, me on my porch, her in my yard, and the crows started dive bombing her. They would
Oh my
not
God.
stop until she left my yard. They didn't make physical contact with her, but they got pretty close. Am I liable if these crows injure someone since I fed them? I obviously can't control the crows. I would rather them not attack my neighbors. But since I technically created the nuisance, could I financially be on the hook for any injuries? To be clear, they're not aggressive 100% of the time. If just the neighbors
Just sometimes.
any amount more than 1% is too much. I
Yes.
don't want aggressive crows. If just the neighbors are out, they're friendly, normal crows. They only get aggressive when someone gets close to me or my property. TLDR, I've turned into Moira Rose, queen of the crows.
Hell yeah.
My inadvertent crow army has gotten aggressive towards others. If they hurt someone, could I be held liable?
It's the crowing.
I love that he has a group of bodyguards, guys.
Nice. Very good. Already working on
I've
your
been holding on to that
resolution.
for so long in this
Yeah,
story.
that's very good. I'm actually upset because I was going to say that.
Oh.
I've got it written down right here.
Shit.
Yeah, so
I think I glanced at that and I think
Yeah.
it was subconscious. My
absolutely.
bad,
So I
dude.
take credit for that. Everybody who laughed at that joke, it's now mine. I think it's really funny that he accidentally did this, and what's the most obvious solution is just to have the neighbors also start feeding the crows.
You want
Wait,
an
is-
even bigger group of crows? Because they're just gonna be like, yo, every crow in the city, you gotta come to this neighborhood, dog.
That is a fair point. Like, maybe that's what the crows want. Is they're like a mobster, like being like, "Wah, it'd be a shame." I don't know what the fuck a crow sounds like. It'd be a shame if your eyes got pecked out because I was
I don't
hungry.
like that.
It'd be a shame if I dive bombed you because I was so hungry. You better give me some breadcrumbs over here.
How many crows do you think have to befriend to where, like, I know how long I have to walk? They can just, like, I'll T-pose and they'll grab onto my body and fly me around.
Your tea crows.
Oh,
Like 20 birds, you think? I got pretty long arms since the new year.
I've been manifesting the height, but it's gone horizontally, so my range is long.
My wingspan is... I tried to grow the 7 inches, but it's only been in my wingspan. I now have a 7.5 foot wingspan. And
You could fit at least 3 crows in my wingspan, is all I'm saying. What do you think, Richard?
I don't like birds. Birds, especially crows, they're too smart for their own good. I don't like birds that talk. I don't like birds that got fucking
Neither do our
creepy-
UK listeners.
Birds
They
that
got creepy
talk.
eyes.
A bird's eyes are really
They're
unnerving.
terrifying.
I mean, a lot of animals' eyes are like. Have you ever seen a cow's eye?
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah. Have
It
you ever seen
just-
a goat's eye?
Yeah,
Goat's-
yes,
It's fucking
goat's eye.
rectangular. It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Square eyes. What's up
Yeah.
with that, you fucking animal?
Well, yeah.
A lot of eye. You're right. You know, eyes are bad. Eyes are very bad.
Yeah. Eyes, birds, fingernails, toes. Yeah.
Do you think
Not a
it's
fan.
fucked up that they show the movie The Birds to so many like high school kids?
Yeah.
And that I was not scared of birds until I saw that. I was like 17 and I saw this movie and I'm like, maybe I don't like birds
Yeah.
actually.
No.
Yeah, that movie's bad.
It
Not a
terrified
fan.
me. The other day I had to go to the store and I get out of my car and I shut my door. All of a sudden, like out of the trees that's along this store, like 50 fucking birds fly out and I'm just like, this is how I die. Like it's like they're gonna come for me. I'm dead. I can't run to the store quick enough to not get hit by this flock.
What's worse?
Birdemic.
A bird or a bat? Unrelated to COVID.
Birds. Bats are like little cute flying dogs.
Bats?
Dogs?
They're sky puppies. Don't you know that?
Sky puppies?
Have you ever
There's,
seen like a
like-
close-up picture of a bat? They're kind of cute.
Bats are
mean-
kind of cute.
Birds are kind of pretty.
No,
Show me a peacock, I'd be like,
that's not a bird.
Huh?
What?
Just kidding. I know it's a bird.
That's not even a bird, dude.
That's a goddamn NBC streaming service, you idiot. What's next?
That's
Show
just
me-
those feathers. That's the name for those feathers.
Yeah, I'm gonna say birds are still worse than bats.
I
mean-
know. Have you ever had a bat in the house?
No. Well, we had a bat in our garage that Willard killed and brought into our house.
Nice.
I could have done without it, but you know.
The thing about bats that's different than birds is a lot. But obviously bats hang upside down.
Uh-huh.
So when a bat's in the house, it's trying to hang upside down. And so what it'll do is it'll just swoop nonstop between two corners of your room trying to grab onto like the ceiling, which obviously it can't do in most cases. So it just sits there and swoops. At least birds, when they fly, they're trying to go one direction up. Nile or otherwise. But
What? Oh, up the Nile.
no, I mean, it was supposed to be one direction, Nile horn. But, you know, the least famous.
Speaking of Nile, birds carry West Nile, and that's not cool.
Bats carry tons of diseases.
Yeah, like Marburg virus, rabies virus,
A few moments later.
coronavirus.
Wow, you're really gonna stun on us like this, huh?
Yeah, but like birds are also gross. So
You know what's cool about bats, though, is you can go outside in like the dark and take little pebbles and throw it up in the air and just keep doing that. And eventually you'll have like 12 bats just swooping down, catching it because they think it's insects.
Just playing a little fetch with your sky puppy.
You can't do that
Do-
with birds.
Do you remember the time we were at your house? It was either right after high school, but there's like 5 of us just playing video games, and a bat swoops in, and how
Mhm.
quickly it turned us into just the biggest fucking
Sniveling little babies, yeah.
All of us instantly were screaming and like holding pillows over our heads,
Uh-huh.
and no one had the courage to get up and like try to.
All you
Shoot
gotta
his
do is
bat
put
away.
a blanket up, and then you're good. It'll fly into it. They're dumb. But
We
we're all just
instantly
like,
"Ah!"
I would have loved to see that.
yeah. I don't know.
Maybe you're right. Maybe bats are worse.
So I think this guy's issue is that he's now put it in writing. I think any insurance company or whatever, somebody who's trying to sue them can now be like, you knew you had a problem with these crows and you didn't try to fix it. Therefore, we're going to sue you.
Mm.
If he didn't say any of this and was just like kept it to himself, I feel like if somebody comes onto his property and they get attacked by crows, you could just be like, I don't know, man. Shit's for the birds.
How do you
I don't
break
like
up
that.
with your crows? Like how
How
do
do you break up with them?
you should
You-
really be searching that on
You
Reddit.
definitely can't. You definitely can't do it via text. It's not the right way to do it.
Do you just like gradually like
Stop feeding them and
yeah?
like yeah. How do you
You
get rid
starve
of them?
them out.
I feel like then they might turn on you.
what you do is you train them to pick up like shiny objects and litter and stuff to like go put them into like the recycling machines. But every time they do it, prints out a little bit of paper with like crow writing on it that says like, "Hey, We've had a really good couple
bird
months.
scratch.
It's not you, it's me.
It's not you, it's me. Actually, it's kind of you attacking everybody on my property.
You're a little too aggressive for me.
You're a possessive bitch.
That's not my kink.
That's not my kink. Today I fucked up by having a crow fart in my face. All right, what do you think? Get out of here?
I could get out of here.
We could fuck right off, guys.
I agree. Thanks for getting to the end of the podcast. If you did, we appreciate all of our listeners, especially the new ones and especially the old ones and especially the ones that found us right in between those two. So we like all of them. Erica?
Yes.
Where can they find us on social media?
You can find us on Instagram or Twitter, and our handle, is it still called a handle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I felt like a really old lady right then. So our handle on Instagram and Twitter is @JudgiesPod. That's JUDGIES pod.
Thanks for spelling that for me. I wouldn't have known how to spell it.
You're welcome.
You can
We
also.
know you don't know how to read it as well.
Ouch. Like, it's one thing coming from Josh saying that I can't read, but my own wife to tell me that I can't read.
I mean, I've been trying to tell you for years that you can't even pronounce your own name, so.
This is low blows. You're lucky I can't hear you guys all the way up here at 6'10". I've decided to keep going. I'm going all the way.
I just decided to be taller today.
If you have anything you want to tell us, send us an email at judgiespod@gmail.com.
And please share the episode, share the podcast with your friends, your family, your enemies, your frenemies, your crows. They'll spread it by bird of mouth to everyone they
Damn
know.
it.
And yeah. Enjoy the new year. There's no way 2021 is worse than 2020. It's physically impossible.
I feel like you're jinxing us.
This is going to be so rad.
It's all on me if the
this
world
is-
goes to even more shit.
This is all for content, baby, because we're going to clip out that line and then put it on the last episode of this year. And be like, who could have seen this coming?
It's no, I'm gonna be on the Twitter account Old Takes or Bad Takes Exposed.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna clip out. There's no way 2021 could be worse, while we're being ruled by the alien overlord class.
Yeah.
Okay,
bye.
Judges love you.